LFA 166 preliminary fights on YouTube. We get the action rolling with a classic Rio versus Sao Paulo matchup with Ruth, Ravena, and Yasmin. Castanho, tail of the tape, powered by WeP. Ravena is 27, Castanho 1 year younger and 1 inch shorter. Both fighters tip the scales at 114, and Castanho will have an 1.5 inch reach advantage. Thrilled to be back in Brazil for the action here at LFA 166. Ron Kruk along with my man Caio Barao tonight. We are set to get this rolling right now. Here is our ring announcer, Leo Lavetti.
This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA straightweight division, and it's brought to you by WeP. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter is a grappler. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs in at 114.4 pounds with 5 wins, 4 by submission, representing 8th team and fighting out of Barra de São João, Rio de Janeiro. Please welcome Yasmin. And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This fighter has a striking style. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs in at 114.6 pounds with 3 wins, 2 by knockouts, representing BTW team and fighting out of São Paulo. Please welcome Ruth. And the referee in charge of this bout is Julio Catarino.
Caio, another great crowd here in Cajamar, LFA 166. We've already seen some finishes here in the prelims. We are expecting much more of the same.
It's on? Yeah, for sure, bro. We see a lot of great fights already here in Cajamar. Cajamar always with full of people, with big crowd, everybody excited. So we're still excited to see a lot of great fights tonight.
Absolutely. LFA straw weights get us rolling. Ravena in the red tape. Yasmin Castanho with the blue. Castanho, a grappler, black belt in BJJ. Contrasted styles. Ravena, the striker, dark blue belt in kickboxing, undefeated, Kyle, as a kickboxer.
Yeah, it's a classic matchup of a grappler against a striker. Ravena used to train with us in the Fighting Nerds in my gym. She's a very good kickboxer, high-level kickboxer. We need to see how is her takedown defenses tonight to see if she can get the win.
And this is really the position that she doesn't want to be in at this point. We'll see if she can get this back up on the feet.
Yeah,
Comes
exactly.
in with 3 wins, 2 by knockout. Castanho, the black belt in BJJ, 5 victories, 4 of those coming via submission, and she has 3 first-round finishes.
Yeah. And Yasmin's doing her homework, yeah? She got the takedown early in the fight. She has a lot of time to work right now. Let's see how Ravena goes through it.
Working from the side, she has 3 victories coming via armbar, 1 via arm triangle. So she is extremely dangerous from this position.
She's keeping the pressure in the side. She got to keep the pressure with the shoulder there. So Ravena keeps throwing her something that she wants.
Castanho now going up a little bit on the neck. When she started training jiu-jitsu at age 7, she moved on to Muay Thai and then, of course, transitioned to MMA. She's also 2-0 as a pro boxer, true martial artist.
Yeah, for sure, high-level striker in front of us.
Exactly. Just past the midway point of the opening round, the superstars are out, as you see Fei Zhao and Ed Suarez sitting there taking the fights in. Our CEO of the LFA, Ed Suarez. But every time we come here, Kyle, the fans sell this place out, and tonight is no exception.
Yeah, the crowd is always crazy here in Cajamar. They're expecting great fights here. And there's a lot of guys that are native from here that are fighting here in São Paulo, so always big crowd cheering.
And you mentioned the classic matchup here between the striker and grappler, but I also mentioned it coming in. There's a big rivalry here, too, between Sao Paulo and Rio. For people who might not know how intense that is, explain that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very intense rivalry. It's coming from long years. from the time of Vale Tudo, there were two teams that were always banging with each other. So
yeah.
it's coming from a long time ago, and we always gotta see this inside this octagon for sure.
Like New York versus LA, East Coast versus West Coast,
exactly.
San Francisco versus LA, whatever.
Exactly. You know how it goes.
Under a minute to go. Castanho's been working from the side pretty much this entire round, but you know, give Ravena some credit. She really hasn't gotten in any trouble.
Yeah.
With the BJJ black belt on top.
She's not exposing herself, you know, like Yasmin Castanho wants her to go to give her the back, and then she start working her jiu-jitsu. But Ravena is doing a great job of keeping in the front, and now she almost recovering the knee, and now half guard. So she's not exposing herself. It's good when you're a striker. You don't want to expose yourself when you get taken down in the beginning. See?
Great insight, absolutely. As time is winding down, the opening round, a couple shots to the ribs delivered by Castanho, finishing this round very strong. We'll see what the game plan for Ravena is, if she can fend off the takedowns coming here in the second round. But that was a big round for the fighter out of Rio, Yasmin Castanho. Being able to really incorporate her game plan and get this fight to the ground as quick as possible.
Yeah, she came with a very clear game plan. Wanted to take down right in the beginning. She got it. And now let's see how much effort she made to keep Ruth in the ground. And let's see how Ruth comes to the second round with her takedown defense. Ruth seems to be composure.
Absolutely.
A lot of gas tank. And Yasmin is already breathing a little bit harder. So let's see how it goes the second round.
And it really showed no signs of panicking when she was down on the ground, very comfortable. But she'll have to do a little bit more on the offensive side here in the second round.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, round number 2 underway. Ravena riding a 3-fight win streak, making her LFA debut, where Yasmin Castanho looking to bounce back from her first loss as a pro, and that was over a year ago. This is her 3rd LFA appearance, very comfortable in the octagon, has a 1-1 record.
Yeah, her only loss was to Bruna Brazil. There's a UFC fighter right now. He got a contract in the Contender Series.
Absolutely.
They had like 3-round fight. It was a great fight, but Bruna got the victory. Now Yasmin coming to try to get another win inside the LFA octagon.
I lost that decision at LFA 132, and
now we gotta see the armbar and everything. Maybe can come along right now. Let's see how Ruth defends herself on top.
An opportunity now. The fighter from Sao Paulo, under 4 minutes to go.
And 2 early takedowns in the fight, right?
Yes.
First takedown early in the first round, and now in the second round another takedown but now by Ravena. She's doing great. Good pressure. She gotta be careful with the triangle, choke, or anything. But it's hard for Yasmin to move because she's so close to the fence right now.
Make sure you are following the LFA, all social media platforms at LFA Fighting. Future event updates, card details, and of course, new episodes of Inside LFA. Legacy Fighting Alliance 166 preliminary action.
And Ravena is impressing me a lot because when you're striking, you don't want to stay on the guard of a grappler, you know. But she stayed there.
Yeah, and the fans here in Cajamar appreciate our referees standing our fighters up. Looked like Castanho might have slipped a little bit, spinning back first from Ravena, just misses, and both fighters now teeing off on the lead legs.
Ruth have crazy leg kicks. She always throw it on the training. I saw her training. Her leg kicks are massive.
Yeah, you could see when she landed, it really put Castanho off balance. And she does. She has powerful legs. The undefeated kickboxer actually won a title back in 2021.
Leg kicks all day, buddy.
But could not.
She was doing good in the leg kicks, but when you're facing a grappler that wants to take you down no matter what, we recommend you don't kick the leg too much. So the takedown will be easier for the other guy. But she was doing good, and now trying Kimura.
Look at the Kimura attempt. Let's go. That was really the, make her think about it a little bit. Even though you're a striker, to attempt a Kimura just proves how well-rounded Ravena is. And now Castanho
got the mount.
Looking to mount up, exactly.
Now we may see the armbar and everything coming along right now. Let's see.
Trying to slip that elbow through.
See?
And there it is.
We call it.
Beautiful call. Working for that armbar. Under a minute, but plenty of time to operate.
I think maybe her elbow is free. Maybe it's out, the elbow is out, maybe. It's a crazy
and now gives it up. And goes right back at it. Kyle Ravena in some trouble.
She got the elbow free.
How much trouble is she in?
Yeah, she's a lot of trouble right now. But she's doing a great job defending. The elbow is free already again. Yasmin is putting a lot of pressure, but the elbow is not there, so the finish is not there anymore.
Ravena hanging on, surviving as we hit 10 seconds ago. Second round. Another big round for Castanho, who without a doubt, Kyle, will come into the final round up 2-0.
Yeah, for sure. Ravena was doing good with the leg kicks. She was hurting. She was hurting Yasmin, but she lost the timing of the leg kicks and she got taken down. And now she needs to get a knockout. It's not that hard for her because she's a striker, She's an expert on it, but let's see how it goes.
So far, a very impressive performance by the 26-year-old from Rio, Yasmin Castanho, as we check out some of the highlights in round number 2.
Yeah, this time she got the guard of Castanho. She impressed me because I thought she was going to move out of the guard because Castanho is a great grappler, but Ruth will stay there. She keep banging, and when they go up, she got some great leg kicks, but got taken down with 2 minutes left in the round. So maybe it's 2 rounds for Yasmin, right?
I would think so, and I would agree with that assessment. Yasmin Castanho scoring with some takedowns and submission attempts. And what would you tell your teammate, Ravena, as she comes into this 3rd and final round? Besides, hey, you need a finish.
That's what I was going to say. You need a finish. I think the Yasmin is feeling a little bit the leg kicks, so I would do it a lot, but with very careful to not get taken down again early in the round.
Yeah.
So that will make the fights easier to Yasmin if she got a takedown. But you see Ruth with the same strategy. She wants the leg. She wants the leg.
Front kicks from Castanho just missing. Keeping Ravena at bay. And nice counter from Ravena.
She's worried with the takedown, so at some point. And you see Yasmin already changing the stance.
Yes.
I felt a little bit wobbling on her left knee. I think she's feeling a lot of these kicks. Ruth needs to explore a little bit more there.
LFA 166 preliminary action. Make sure you sign up at UFCFightPass.com for the main card. What a matchup we have in the welterweight division. The title is vacant. Two Brazilians will battle for it, Geraldo Neto and Magnus Conrado. Should be a great matchup in the main event.
Sure. I'm excited to this welterweight title for sure. Two finishers, two killers. They were very confident in the interviews that we did with them. So we will see a bang for sure. Absolutely. And now we see Ruth getting good defense. Yasmin tries to take her down with all she has.
Nice elbow delivered from Yasmin. Ravena's had some success with those kicks. She just hasn't mounted a lot of offense here in this fight. And to give Castanho some credit, her defense has been impressive too.
She's moving a lot, so the leg kicks is not easier to do.
Halfway through the third and final round. Castanho looking to improve to 2-1 in the LFA. She would go to 6-1 with a victory. Ravena was looking for her first win inside the LFA octagon here tonight. She came in with a 3-1 record.
Leg kicks are there all day. It's hurting Yasmin for sure.
Ravena is backing up Castanho, who seems to be breathing pretty hard.
Let's see.
She's got an opportunity here, Kyle, attacking the neck.
I never imagined that in my life.
Crazy with time, with plenty of time to still operate. Castanho looked gassed. She looked like she was slowing down, and Ravena has taken the opportunity and now is taking the back of Castanho.
Yeah, for sure. Castanho did a lot of effort to keep Ravena down. So now she's a little bit more tired than Ravena.
This would be an epic comeback if she could pull this off.
Imagine, after 2 rounds and a striker gets a finish. That's all MMA is all about.
Exactly, you better be well-rounded.
Yeah.
Never won by way of submission, 2 knockouts and 1 decision on her resume.
Yeah, 35 seconds in the clock. I think Ruth won this round, but it wasn't everything that she needed to win the fight.
Yeah. This would be a big win for Yasmin Castanho to improve to 6-1.
Amba.
She's won world and national and state titles in jiu-jitsu. And that's gonna do it. She played soccer and worked as a graphic designer before devoting herself to MMA. And she looked very impressive tonight, very comfortable inside the LFA octagon.
Yeah, I think the key for her win was the early takedown in the first round. With that, she got time to think. She got time to think about the strategy a little bit more. And I think it was the key factor for her win today.
And a frustrating night for teammate Ravena. Just really couldn't mount much offense. You know, she did connect with some of those low kicks and they started doing damage, but couldn't really follow it up, Kyle.
Yeah, for sure. in one time she got the kick in the wrong time, and she got taken down in the second round. She was starting to pick her pace up. She was starting to get big in the fight, but the second round takedown just got everything out.
Some of the highlights here in the third, and beautiful sprawl and transition from the fighter from Rio de Janeiro. Ravena was on her back a lot during this fight. All right, let's now get the official decision. We go back inside the LFA octagon.
All three judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Yasmin Castanho!
Shock 1 up for Rio in the classic rivalry week between Rio and Sao Paulo. Yasmin Castanho gets the unanimous decision win and improves to 6-1 overall, 2-1 in the LFA. The welterweight title is on the line in our main event tonight. Magnus Cornejo and Geraldo Neto battling out. The winner will become the 10th Brazilian LFA champion.
Meu nome é Magnus Kelly, sou natural do Rio Grande do Norte. Eu defendo as equipes Infinity Fight, Ricardo MMA e Roxme DJ. Tenho 28 anos, possuo um cartel de 18 vitórias, 4 derrotas, faixa preta de Jiu-Jitsu, preta de Muay Thai. Meu nome é Geraldo, Coelho de Lima Neto, vulgo Luan Santana do MMA. Tem 10 anos que eu estou morando em Curitiba, mas sou de Rondonópolis, Mato Grosso. Foi onde tudo começou e hoje estou aqui para disputar o título mundial do LFA 166. Cara, eu comecei a treinar com 15 anos de idade, jiu-jitsu, mas antes de jiu-jitsu eu treinei judô, fiz escolinha de futebol, só que eu era um menino meio imperativo, meio disciplinado e acabava brigando na escolinha, né? Daí minha mãe me tirou e eu fui pro jiu-jitsu. Iniciando um projeto social, com 16 anos, eu comecei a treinar Muay Thai, mais por defesa, para qualidade de vida, e diante disso eu acabei gostando da modalidade. Eu acredito que ninguém merece mais que ninguém, a gente somos dois profissionais, mas eu acredito que esse é o meu momento. É a luta mais importante da minha carreira, né? Eu não sei nem mensurar com palavras a emoção que vai ser a hora que eu tiver esse título mundial e com aquele cinturão na minha cintura. É a minha porta de entrada para o UFC, que é onde eu quero chegar. Eu sei que eu tenho capacidade para chegar e pelo atleta que eu sou, eu vou olhar para trás e vou lembrar de tudo que eu passei para viver esse momento hoje, e vou olhar para frente e vou dizer que chegou a minha hora de não ser só o melhor do Brasil, mas agora me tornar um dos melhores do mundo.
That is the main event here tonight at LFA 166. The welterweight title is vacant because the former champion Trey Waters got the call up almost immediately after he was crowned champion back in April. But what a matchup we have, Kyle. Two very similar fighters. Geraldo Neto, Muay Thai and BJJ black belt, has this reputation as just a finisher, and the stats back up that rep. 16 finishes and 7 professional victories.
Yeah, for sure. Geraldo Neto, for you to know, he only has been to decision twice in 22 pro fights. So this guy definitely a finisher, and he had a great appearance in his last LFA fight. So we can expect a lot from this guy. He doesn't want to go to the judges, and we see a bang today here.
Comes in with an impressive 17-6 record, 1-0 in the LFA Octagon, and representing CM Systems. But on the flip side, Magnus Conrado is very similar, also a Muay Thai and BJJ black belt.
Yeah, for sure. And Magnus with 83% finish rate with 3 KOs and 12 submissions. He's a guy that got a very high-level ground game, and he was very confident to come here and bring the belt home to Natal in the Northeast Brazil.
Going to be a lot of fun Brazilian bragging rights on the line here at LFA 166. But first, the preliminary action rolls on. Bantamweight division now between Vinicius Pires tangles with Isaias Simoes. Tail of the tape, powered by Volvo AutoStar. Pires is 26-year-old, Simoes 1 year older. Simoes is also 3 inches taller and will have a 5-inch reach advantage in the arms. Back inside the LFA Octagon, our ring announcer tonight, Leo Levete.
Scheduled for 3 5-minute round in the LFA Bantamweight division. And it's brought to you by Volvo AutoStar. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, this fighter is a mixed martial artist. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs in at 135.4 pounds with 9 wins, 3 by knockout and 3 by submission, representing No Fear Fight, Volley Top Team, and fighting out of Taubaté, São Paulo. Please welcome Isaias. And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this fighter has a jiu-jitsu style. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs in at 136 pounds with 7 wins, 3 by submission, representing MMA, and fighting out of Campinas, São Paulo. Please welcome Vinicius Pires. And the referee in charge of this bout is João Cláudio Soares.
UFC middleweight Caio Baralho with me tonight. Ron Kruk cage side for you. I've got UFC on the mind, Kyle.
We got the
fights
UFC
all day
today,
long, right?
Yeah, all day of fights.
Octagon.
We love winning Saturdays like that.
Octagons everywhere. This is Legacy Fighting Alliance number 166, bantamweight action. Simoes got the blue tape, and Pires he has the red tape. Big matchup for these two. Pires comes in with a 7-1 record. Simoes 9-5. Both fighters are 1-0 inside the LFA Octagon.
Yeah, Simoes had a great fight in his LFA debut, and he got on his corner from Taubaté, Carlos Prates, that just got signed by the UFC.
Yes, he did.
He was supposed to get to the title, and then he got called to the Contender Series.
Yeah, we thought we might see Carlos Prates in this main event, but got the win on the Contender Series in a very impressive fashion.
Vintage Anderson Silva, as Dana White said.
Oh my gosh. I mean, as a Brazilian fighter, Kyle, what a compliment. I mean, and there's a lot of similarities, but pressure too when you're being compared to the legend Anderson Silva.
Yeah, for sure. Anderson's a legend. Imagine to get called yourself by the boss saying that you're just like him. There's a lot of pressure on you, but he goes very well with pressure. And he's a very experienced fighter. He spent 6 years in Thailand fighting the best guys in the world, so I think he used to it.
Yeah, he looked very impressive on Dana White's Contender Series. As Vinicius Pires now letting his fist fly here in the opening round. Pires 3 submissions, 4 decisions, but he has won 6 straight. Black belt in BJJ. Simoes, the black belt Muay Thai, and BJJ seems to be the theme here in Cajamar tonight. Simoes also a Brazilian national champion in Muay Thai.
Yeah, Simoes has a very great ground game, but he's more like a stand-up fighter. For the other side, Vinicius is a grappler. He knows how to push the pace. He has a great gas tank. He knows how to work in defense. And he's doing a very good job.
Yes.
Both are doing. They're studying a lot, trying to find their range. It's a high-level fight for sure.
See how long it takes the black belt Pires to shoot in. Now they clinch up.
Yeah. Where he wants to go, to defense. He has a very great game in defense. He can tire his opponents up, you know. Great gas tank. See?
Beautiful transition.
But Simoes has a very great ground game. Already recovered the guard. He's not like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. He knows what he's doing for sure.
Absolutely. 3 submission wins for Simoes. 2 wins from via guillotine, 1 from armbar. Pires getting some shots through the guard. Oh, and Simoes just avoids that big shot as he was standing up. Here he's happy to punch his way in and now looking for the takedown. Simoes, nice sprawl, fending it off so far.
Very good defense, switching the legs. Vinicius come to the legs and he just switched it. Again, another defense. Very good defense for Simoes. Made Vinicius work very hard to the takedown and didn't got it.
.40 seconds to go, round number 1. LFA 166 preliminary action on YouTube. Follow the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting.
And Vinicius got the same takedown as the first takedown in the beginning of the round. He's very strong with the body lock.
Oh, he just missed with that big shot. Wicked intentions for sure. He's got the standing guillotine, but time winds down, and there's the horn. End of the first round between these two LFA bantamweights. Great action in that first round.
Yeah, great action.
Check it out.
Very great action. 2 fighters studying themselves a lot, but I think Vinicius got the advantage with the 2 takedowns. He got on top, did some damage, but the fight is open.
Simoes just missed with that up kick too.
You see the corner of Paulo from Black Sheep MMA. That's the strategy to Vinicius. And now the other corner, Christian Nogueira and Carlos Prates from Vale Top Team. Great corners yesterday.
We will move into round number 2. Simoes and Pires. LFA 166 preliminary action. Packed house in Cajamar as always.
One thing that I noticed is that Simoes is way bigger than Vinicius. I think he had to cut a lot of weight. So we're gonna see how this plays out as the fight goes, you know.
Both fighters representing Sao Paulo too. Sounds like they both have brought their fair share of fans.
This is the Vinicius game. Go to the fence, get a takedown, and stay on top, tying you up. That's what he likes to do. Maybe a guillotine.
Beautiful transition.
Yeah,
got the neck and lets it go.
But the legs were stuck in the half guard, so it was just a threat. And you see how he goes to the leg to keep the fight on the fence. This is his game. He knows what he's doing. He knows where the guys goes. He has answer for everything now, trying to get the back.
Simoes hanging on to that wrist. Back on his feet for the time being as he's looking for the single leg takedown. Good sprawl.
Very good defense.
But again, Vinicius Pires punching his way into another takedown attempt.
Very good takedown by Vinicius.
One more preliminary bout before the main card airs. UFC Fight Pass tonight. A lot of top prospects and veteran Brazilian fighters on this card tonight, Kyle.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great card, bro.
Once again, showcasing just some of the top talent here in Brazil.
Yeah, for sure. In the main event, Magnus Conrado is the #1 active welterweight in Brazil. So he's the #1 in the rankings.
Very impressive.
It's exactly two best guys facing each other for the title.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And captured 5 titles in some regional promotions as well. But looking for the big one. The LFA welterweight strap on the line. That's in our main event as we come. Oh, now. Nice exchange, and Simoes
Vinicius got
landed
rocked.
a couple shots.
Vinicius got rocked for sure. Simoes got a great punch. Vinicius got rocked. Now we see Simoes try to get defense, but Vinicius is doing a great job keeping Isaias there. His game. Isaias needs to get out of the fence because this game is for Vinicius. He needs to get out of the fence, get the fight in the middle of the octagon. I think it will be a better fight for him if he does that.
He's just missed with that.
You see, yeah, he had space to move out, but he chose to punch, to throw a knee.
With a minute to go. Both fighters looking for an opportunity here. Here is opportunity to maybe mount up and land some bombs, and he does.
Yeah.
Simoes gives up his back, but
I felt Vinicius a little bit loose on the mount. You know, her tight wasn't very tight. He wasn't doing. He just wanted to punch, and lost the control.
Simoes inside the guard of Pires. Under 20 seconds to go. Simoes gets a shot through, and the fans are enjoying it. Sounds, and we will move on to round number 3. LFA 166 preliminary action. Back and forth between these two bantamweights. Some of the action in the second round.
Yeah, so now great fight, Ron. Great fight. I think Vinicius is 2-0 right now, but the fight's still open. Isaias coming a lot. He got a great punch. Vinicius kind of felt it, but see, look, Yeah.
That was
Great
some
punch, yeah.
Yeah, it was some nice striking by Simoes. And Pires ended up coming back there as time was winding down.
Now Simoes needs to come with everything if he wants to win this fight.
It's a tough one.
He needs to give everything right now. Just keep the fight in the middle of the octagon, stay out of the fence. Maybe it's the best way for him to get a victory or the knockout here today.
Fighters touch gloves, and we start in the center of the LFA octagon. Isaias Simoes, blue tape. Vinicius Pires with the red tape. Pires on a 6-fight win streak. But it's Simoes striking and kicking here in the third. Simoes, the black belt in Muay Thai, and it looks like he may have cut Pires open, Kyle.
Yeah, for sure. We see some blood here. That's what fans like, right?
Yeah. That's what MMA fans like. Well said. Pires looking to stay, both fighters looking to stay unbeaten in the LFA. Came in with 1-0 records. Trying to see where that blood is coming from.
Yeah, I'm still doubt who is bleeding.
Yeah.
Is it Isaias or is Vinicius?
Yeah, good point.
I still cannot say who is bleeding.
Neither can I. Oh, good knee delivered by Simoes. A little surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of the maybe Muay Thai clinch with his background.
Yeah, for sure.
Good counter. Maybe it's just that little cut on the forehead of Pires.
Again on the fence.
And again, yeah. Not been able to stop that attack. Sprawling.
Isaias is having a lot of opportunities just to get out, but he keeps trying to bang, he keeps trying to punch, and then gives the chance to Vinicius to grapple again.
It sounds like the fans are going crazy here in Cajamar, but I think that's thunder and lightning outside as we're coming up to the midway point of the third round. It is loud in here, though.
It rains in São Paulo.
Yeah.
It rains here, brother.
Man. Where was that warning a couple hours ago when I was leaving the hotel, man?
Yeah, very strong rain, right?
Would have brought my umbrella.
Rain, yeah.
So we come up to 2 minutes to go. Third and final round between these two LFA bantamweights. Fans getting a little restless as action has stalled a little bit.
I'm trying to look better, but I think the blood comes from Vinicius' ear. Maybe.
From his ear?
Oh, it's from his chin. People telling
It's
from
really
his chin.
hard to see.
You see how good he is in this fence game. He's so good in this game. He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
On the back, and I think you're right, Kyle, when look at the back of Simoes, as his chin goes across, you see a lot of blood on the back.
Yeah, for sure he's on the chin.
There's 3 victories coming via rear naked choke.
Isaias with a great defense on 2-on-1 in the Vinicius hand. But he needs to get out of there.
Yeah.
Now Vinicius almost with the back again. He's doing what he wants. This is his game. 35 seconds. Again, grappling. You know, this time Isaias needed to get the distance control, try to move a little bit and then try to punch, not right away punching, you know. So Vinicius got the grappling again, and maybe cost the entire fight for him.
Under 15 seconds to go. Looks like we will be going to the judges' scorecards for this bantamweight matchup. Vinicius Pires looking to go 8-1. Seven of his 8 pro fights have gone to round 2 or later, and there is a beautiful front kick from Simoes here early on. Showing off his Muay Thai background a little bit. Those kicks. And a transition to the strikes. He looked real sharp early on, Kyle. Great crowd here in Cajamar, as always. Ginásio do Povilho. We'll head to the judges' scorecards. Kyle, did you almost just get choked out? I am going to say there's no way that this guy, the natural, is getting choked out, but that was kind of a sneak attack.
I was already with my defense,
yes.
You know, hand control, hand fighting. Never gonna
Chin
choke
was
me
down,
out.
man. This guy never sleeps. All right, and let's now get the official decision. We go back inside the LFA octagon.
The judge scored this contest 29-28, 29-28, 30-27, all in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, Vinicius Pires.
Vinicius Pires improves to 8-1. He is now 2-0 inside the LFA octagon. Big win for the bantamweight and the fighter out of Sao Paulo. Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah, a win's a
A gente
win.
comprometido com a vitória.
I saw in
Se
Vinicius'
liga
face
no cara
that
que
he
vai
wasn't
vir
very
aí, ó.
happy with the way that he won, but a win is always a win, you know. I think a fighter needs to be compromised with for winning. That's what keep the contract, that's what keep him going inside the event, so it's very important for him.
LFA 166 action rolling on. One more preliminary bout, but we check out the rest of the card here. Sao Paulo, Cajamar, Sao Paulo, and what a stacked card. We talked about the main event, but Kyle, that co-main event between Jose Delano, who's coming back, and Fabricio Suarez is going to be a banger. What fighter are you excited to see?
Oh, I'm very excited to see the Rodrigo Lidio against Samuel Silva. And Rodrigo got this fight on short notice, but he's a killer on the feet. A lot of knockouts. He already had a great knockout inside the LFA octagon, and then he got to the Contender Series, and then he lost in the first round, but he got back. And I think this guy is one of the most impressive killers that I've ever seen. I saw him doing pads and everything. Crazy instinct.
Going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't done so, sign up now. Get to UFCFightPass.com. You will not want to miss this stacked LFA 166 card. And it is going to be a busy fall for the Legacy of Fighting Alliance. It's our 5th trip to Brazil, and then we will keep the machine rolling. We are going back to New York and Niagara Falls, the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino on September 15th. Look at that main event, New York's own Jonathan Piersma squaring off with the godson of UFC legend Rashad Evans, Devin the Prodigy Smith. That is the main event. Sign up at UFCFightPass.com and Tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com. Going down on Friday, September 15th. Then we go from New York out to the Mystic Lake Casino in Mystic Lake, Minnesota. Friday, September 22nd, LFA a 168. It's a battle of Minnesota products as wrestlers Mitch McKee facing Sean McPadden. That is going to be a lot of fun back at the Mystic Lake Casino and Hotel. Tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com, and we will kick off October by going back to the birthplace of the LFA, Dallas, Texas, Big D. Friday, October 6th, LFA 169. Make sure you are following the LFA on all social media platforms for card updates and a main event announcement very soon. Man, Kyle, it's going to be a busy fall for the LFA.
Yeah, for sure. LFA always brings great cards, great fights. And now coming back to Texas too, you know, it's always good to see LFA there where it came from, you know. So.
And I know you've got a busy fall too coming up with a fight in November and soon to be a dad too. Congratulations, my man.
Exactly. I'm telling you, my wife wanted to come to the arena. She's here right now, and she's like 40 weeks pregnant.
She's here tonight?
She's here right now.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
please don't
Heck
give birth
yes,
today, please.
Tough as nails.
Yeah.
I love it. Can't keep her away from the action here at LFA 166. Our final preliminary fight on YouTube. This will be a catch weight of 150 pounds. So glad you could be a part of the action on YouTube. Remember, all LFA preliminary fights air on the LFA YouTube page. Make sure you're hitting us up tonight at LFA Fighting on Twitter. Should be a great card. I can't believe your wife's here. She is unbelievable. That's so impressive. All right, let's now check out the matchup. 150-pound catchweight between CASSIO BARAO and Paulo Oliveira. Tail of the tape, powered by Fuel. Barao is 27. Oliveira is 3 years his elder. Oliveira is 2 inches taller, 3 inches longer in the arms, but came in way heavy, missing weight by 5 pounds.
This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Catchweight division, and it's brought to you by Fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter has a Muay Thai style. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs in at 155.8 pounds with 15 wins, 3 by knockout and 9 by submission. Representing Fisioforma Academia and fighting out of Canaã dos Carajás para, please welcome Paulo Terremoto Oliveira. And standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This fighter has a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu style. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs in at 150 pounds. He holds an undefeated professional record of 7 wins, including 2 knockouts, representing the Yogotelas MMA City Barão Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Palmas, Tocantins, by way of Cajamar. He is CASSIO BARAO. And the referee in charge of this bout is Fernando Portela.
No doubt the fans are behind CASSIO BARAO, who is fighting out of Cajamar, Sao Paulo. He is undefeated, 7-0-1 with the red tape. Paulo Oliveira comes in, a veteran of 25 fights, making his LFA debut tonight.
And Paulo Terremoto has 80% finish rate. It's his second fight in 42 days. He just fought and he's here again fighting. Just a veteran in the sport.
Yes, he is tough as they come, but Barao teeing
so
up,
strong.
looking to end this fight early.
Go.
Fans
It's
going
over.
nuts, so is Barao. Over and out. Just like that.
He didn't want to miss any time, and that's the first opportunity, and he got the win. Amazing job by CASSIO.
CASSIO BARAO wasting no time. He scores his 7th first-round finish.
Bringing the heat to Cajamar. What a great victory for CASSIO.
Wow.
Fast, strong, violent, everything that we wanted.
Absolutely. 7th fight in 19 months, unbeaten. CASSIO BARAO puts on a show here for the hometown fans as we check out the action, Kyle.
Yeah, we see him throwing big punches, mauling Paulo. He didn't lose any time. And then when he felt the smell of blood, he just came as a shark.
Absolutely. I mean, he took out a veteran fighter in Paulo Oliveira, tough as they come, and he had no chance.
And he did a very great job going up and on the belly and on the head, belly and on the head. Was great combinations.
Barao was coming off his first ever 15-minute fight, Kyle. I think he didn't enjoy that so much and made a point here tonight. That's it. Listen,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to come out and I'm going to take care of business quickly.
He doesn't want to spend so much time inside the octagon. And he's 70 fight in 90 months. It's crazy how this guy fight that much, you know?
Yes.
Like in 90 months, he came out from a debut to 7-0. Crazy.
Amazing. Improves to 8-0-1. He was coming off a draw in his LFA debut. CASSIO BARAO puts on a show tonight. Let's make it official. Here's Leo Levete.
Referee Portela has called a stop to this contest at 36 seconds of round number 1. Declaring the winner by TKO, CASSIO BARAO.
CASSIO BARAO has exploded the roof off this building here tonight in Cajamar. The hometown hero gets his 8th career victory and his 7th first-round finish. What a performance for the 27-year-old. Well, that's going to wrap up the LFA 166 preliminary fights on YouTube. Make sure you are following the LFA at LFA Fight on all social media platforms and check out the prelims, every event on YouTube. For my broadcast partner, Kyle Bahano, I'm Ron Kruk. We will see you over on UFC Fight Pass.